So, this is The Day the Earth Got Mooned. This is a game that I have made, and I thought I'd do a little playthrough of it for my Pseudo Retro series, because, you know, why not? And yeah, this is about 2 weeks from the initial release, and the feedback has been great, better than I could have expected. And it's been in the form of several videos, some video reviews, and a great deal of comments, and I've been very, very pleased, and thank you for all your feedback. So, in case you're stumbling on this through my Pseudo Retro playlist, you can download this game and play it yourself at the link in the description. It's totally free, so that's always a plus. It's worth the price, trust me. And this is I'm also releasing today version 1.1 of this game, which has a few little changes. For one is configurable keyboard controls. You can see here that you can select different keys if you want to. This should be helpful for the left-handed among us, because left-handed people generally don't like using WASD, because then they've got both, you know, it's on the wrong side of the keyboard and stuff. Anyway, you know that. So another thing I've done is played about with the weapon balance a little, but let's just get straight into it. I'm going to play on normal because I'm still, even though I made this game, I'm not the best at it, so yeah.
Proceed to the offending planet and destroy it for some reason. Their military is based on their planet's only moon. Fight through their space fleet. Destroy their outpost in the asteroid field. Then eliminate all forces on the moon. Once there, the secret weapon will be deployed.
Yeah, I can't bring myself to talk over myself, but yeah, so obviously the plot is very silly, but you don't need much of a plot in a game like this. It's just a shooter. Now, one thing I wanted to do a little differently than many of the shooters you see, you know, you get sort of enemies flying in predetermined patterns and shooting like blind. They don't seem to know where you are, they just shoot randomly. And also your own ship just tends to fire straight up, which is, you know, I prefer having actual control over where you're aiming. And I also really like beam weapons, so I decided to make the first weapon you get, and several of the other weapons, just big honking lasery type things, which I like. And another thing I quite like is being able to build your own or buy your own weapons. And as you can see, as I'm destroying things here, I'm collecting energy from their debris. Why you can't just collect energy from their intact ships, I don't know. You can, or the missiles, but you know, it's a contrivance, it's a game. And as you can see, it's prompting me to open the build menu, so I should do that. Here you get a selection of weapons. You click on them to get a description with some excessive science fiction in McGubbins down here. And let's start off with the graviton beam, one of the weapons I have improved a little since the previous release. Let's assign it to a quick slot. You select the diff between the quick slots with the right mouse button, like that. And one thing you might also notice if you've played this before is that there is now a let me get these power plants, little sort of energy repositories which you can get. See, there's a little sound as you select the different weapons, which some people have requested because it's sort of audio feedback is good. Now, as you can see, the graviton beam's effect is quite a bit more long lasting. It has less effect at lower levels, so you need to get it fully upgraded for it to actually stop the enemies, but it should be more useful now because it's supposed to be a sort of debuff status effect weapon, but it's not very good if it only lasts as long as you're firing. I used to have the upgrade affect how long it lasts, but that makes it useless at first level, so it discourages people from trying any further. As you can see now, it doesn't stop the enemy from firing, but it slows it down. It only stops them firing at maximum level, but it's still pretty useful, as you can see. Another thing you can do with it is actually slow the enemy fire. See, I'm slowing those bullets as they approach me, so it can be used quite defensively too. The laser is a weapon that... oh god, I'm not used to talking over this. I've played this a hell of a lot over the well, years in fact, but I've never tried to talk over it. So it is quite an intense game, if I don't say so myself. And if you don't stay on top of the enemies, they will overwhelm you. The idea is to take them out because, as you can see in the corner, you get an enemy count. They approach in waves, and if one goes off screen, they'll just come back. And if you don't... See, there's only one left, so look, I can slow down that missile and it just strolls by. Yeah, where was I? I don't know, but... yeah, I forgot what I was saying. One thing I should definitely mention is you're hearing the great music of Richard Thornburg, aka Tritone Addiction. You can find him on his YouTube channel, Tritone Addiction. I'll leave a link to that description, to that channel in the description. Yeah, and you can check out the soundtrack is being uploaded to his YouTube channel, and you can also download the soundtrack from the website, jimmakesgames.com, which I forgot to mention, of course, because I'm an idiot. And yeah, I really like it. It's really given the game new life. He contacted me after he saw Shitty Quest and saw that I was making games, and I'm going to upgrade my laser here because it's overheating too quickly. That's one thing that the upgrades do for the laser. It doesn't increase its actual power, but it just lets you fire it for longer. So yeah, Rickard contacted me and said he wanted to, he's a musical composer, and he does like electronic music and stuff like that, as you can probably tell by the sound of this music. But yeah, he wanted to get some experience doing some video game music, and I was only too happy to accept. This here is a mining ship. The graviton beam can be quite useful against these because it lets you destroy them before they get off screen, and you are unable to gather all these lovely energy boxes, some kind of cargo. Whoa! Yeah, but as you can hear, the music is quite excellent. I think it adds so much to the game, and you know, for so long I was playing it without any music, and it's really added some great atmosphere to it, and it's worth listening to just on its own. You can also hear all the other music he's composed on his channel, so definitely worth checking that out. Yeah, so this game has been through quite a lot of different versions in the last actually couple of years. I've been developing it on and off through my sort of times of doubt, and I haven't been working on it continuously for 2 years, but quite a lot for the last one, sort of in parallel with Shitty Quest. I was actually going to release this first, but I decided that it needed a lot more polish. It wasn't anywhere near like in the state that it's in now. There were no waves, it was just a constant onslaught of enemies, and the sort of level design, such that it is, was just a constant onslaught of enemies. And yeah, I talked to several people, had some playtesters. I've got to give great thanks to the playtesters. I don't like to single anyone out, but there's one guy who helped me out so much that this game would just be completely different without his contributions, and that's Luke Quinn, who is oh god, hang on, I'm getting flustered. Okay, I haven't been upgraded. It's time to upgrade. I'm going to go for the Neutron Blaster, and I'm going to upgrade it immediately to level 2. Wait a minute, let me assign that to the quick slot. Now this weapon is very good because it's quite penetrating. It can the blast moves straight through everything they hit. And damn it, I'm screwing this up. It's quite easy to fail to get all these in time because they move off screen before you have time to destroy them, really. And it's kind of a trap, because if you spend all this time trying to destroy these things, then you end up ignoring all these enemies, and this happens. You see my shield's already down to half. and you end up having to spend that money or energy on the oh my god, on the shields. So on the shield recharges, which is one of the things you can buy in the build menu. Yeah, so it's kind of a little dirty trap of mine, but it does reward highly skilled play by letting you have all that energy for building new weapons. Oh god, these troop transports, if you don't destroy them quickly, they will unleash hordes of these little bastards who die quite amusingly, I think. I sort of made those little death noises as kind of very temporary sort of sounds, but several people suggested that they were too funny to not leave in, and as you can see, I'm already screwing this up and getting overwhelmed. Damn it. Ugh. You can even use the graviton beam on them, but it's not... Oh god! Why did I make a game that's so tough? Okay. Shit, I'm gonna die. Okay, I need to do a shield recharge. There we go. Oh. You got to keep an eye on that, because if you don't, then you die and you have to go back to the checkpoint, which can be annoying. You can build a replacement ship, which is sort of a, insurance policy, an extra life, but it's a lot cheaper to just buy a shield recharge, but you can always forget to do that. So the thing that the difficulty settings do is change how much energy you get from enemies and how much energy you start with. So also affects your shield strength. So mostly it's the difficulty is in how much energy you have to build these weapons, because later on it becomes quite hectic, and you need basically heavily upgraded weapons to do any damage. You're never going to finish this game with a laser. Well, then maybe you will. I'm sure some highly competent people can do that. Okay, let's graviton these things, and then, oh my god, why is this game so hard? Shit, this is stupid. I should never let this happen. Oh, yeah. Trust me, I do better on this. Like with all games, I do much better when I'm not commentating. Oh, that was close. Okay, there you go. Shields recharged at checkpoints. Here we go. This is the first boss. Now this is a one against whom the graviton beam is quite useful, because you can severely lower its fire rate and stop it from turning towards you with that huge plasma cannon on the front. Now, some people said that they thought the red thing on the front was like the weak spot, but these ships don't have any weak spots. They're all weak. All the spots are weak. But you can see these sort of side parts, the sort of turrets and troop hatches. You can destroy them individually, which severely limits its firepower. Yeah, and as you can see, the neutron blasts sort of penetrate into the ship, which means they do more damage against larger targets because they have more matter to penetrate. Almost got him. Come on. Yes, there we go. And he drops a lovely amount of energy and energy cores there. So that's level 1.